Hi friends, it is Wednesday. Why do I keep saying Wednesday? I did this in my last, you'll see it later on in this video, but it's Sunday. It is Sunday and it's December 28th and we are, I think, something about 8 weeks away from the Vegas 10K. I just wanted to explain why there was no video last week. I mentioned in my Thanksgiving video that the holidays are especially difficult for me. So I mainly just did my own thing. Sorry, this is a Bang energy drink. I need caffeine right now desperately. I just got back from the gym. But I wanted to say thank you for watching so far, and that I will be continuing to film. I'm just at a crossroads where I haven't figured out exactly how to handle filming myself in the gym. Maybe I will go to the one at my complex more, but there's only the treadmill, the elliptical bike, and a cable weight machine. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. I just know that I want to inspire more people to run, especially people who don't think they can, because I never thought I could. And I should share a little bit more about why I never thought I could. I did say in my first video that I've been a big girl my entire life, which is the truth. But there are more things that kind of prevented me from being super athletic. When I was 12, I broke one of my legs in 3 places: my tibia, my fibula, my growth plate, and the growth plate broke in 3 pieces. So I had a really severe break. So I had hardware put in. And for 2 years after this, I could not walk right. I was in and out of a wheelchair because crutches are horrible. And I just kept going back to the surgeon, and we kept saying, like, something's wrong, I'm in pain, I haven't been able to go back to normal. And especially at that age, at around 12, 13, you should be like speed healing because you're still young. So it didn't, and we went to the surgeon 10 times, and he's like, I don't know what's wrong. Then we went to a second opinion, and in the first visit, he took an x-ray of my leg, and he said, well, of course, the screws are too long. They're scraping the muscles and the tendons in the back. So she's not gonna be able to make any step without pain, because every time she moves her ankle, the screws are scraping internally. So I had a second surgery to get the screws out, and I wound up with permanent nerve damage in my ankle. And it was a very long road, and it held me back a lot. I couldn't do all the things that my friends did because I couldn't walk long distances. So it greatly impacted my life, especially in those teen years and then into my 20s. And I gained 100 pounds during that period of when I first broke my leg and I was in the wheelchair. So I was already a chubby kid, and then add in the inability to walk, and I was being homeschooled, and I really didn't have anyone to talk to, and so I ate. And I remember being in the car coming home from like the 10th appointment with the surgeon, and being so discouraged and thinking, like, this is it. I'm only, like, I think at that time I was 14. I'm only 14 years old, and my life is over. I haven't been able to do the things that everyone else has, and I want to do them. I thought I was gonna be stuck in the wheelchair forever. And then I got the surgery, and yes, I was in pain. I still couldn't do the things that everyone else did, but I could walk again, which was great. And then my very first job when I was 17 years old was at a Gold's Gym. Started in daycare. That would be why I don't really like kids that much. I like my friends' children and children in the family, but other people's random children with bad manners, not really a fan. They beat me up. I'm not kidding. I had kids beat me up and bite me. Anyway, my first job was at the gym, and that's when I started to get into fitness a little bit, and I really wanted to join the Air Force. I don't know where this came from. All of a sudden, I got this urge that I was gonna join the Air Force. So I started doing all these physical activities, trying to do what you would need to do to get into boot camp. So at the time, it was a 11-minute mile. I didn't even try at that. I was still going on to the push-ups, the sit-ups. I can't remember if it was like 14 push-ups. It was some insane number, and I could, well, insane to me, who was, you know, out of shape and fat. So I never got to the point of being able to physically get into basic training, but that's okay because I found out that you needed 20/20 vision to be in the Air Force, at least at that time, and I've had these since I was 12. So that dream was cut short, and then I went to college and took care of my grandma who was sick, and it was a very long, multiple years. I'm rambling at this point, but I just wanted to explain why this means so much to me. I, from a young age, thought that these kind of physical activities were never going to be possible for me. And now I'm doing them, and yes, I do have pain in the ankle, but it's not nearly as bad as when it first happened. I mean, we're talking, I'm 40 now, so it's kind of dulled down over time, and I'm just so proud of myself. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that I will be figuring out more videos. I say so much, and I'm actively trying to stop, but when you're talking to basically yourself into a camera, it's a little difficult not to pause and wonder what to say next. Okay, so you're gonna see some footage from the last 2 weeks of me going in and out of the gym. There's not much inside the gym. There's a little bit of running, but mostly weightlifting. And then hopefully next week I will have something a little better. I might be borrowing a friend's gym who has weights and stuff. I really want to do like deadlifts with the deadlift bar, and I want to try pull-ups. I know I won't be able to do a pull-up yet, but I kind of think it'll be funny to see myself struggle. So please like and subscribe, and I should have a new video out next week, and if not, it'll be the week after that. I will put out something. All right, see you next week. Bye. I just got to the gym parking lot, and there's a ton of open parking spots, which means it's not that bad. I don't know how I got this lucky, but I'm excited now. Yay! It's Thursday, and I'm headed to the gym again. I feel like a broken record. That seems to be all I check in to do. And say, hi, I'm going to the gym. Hi, I finished at the gym. Don't worry, I'm trying to come up with some better ideas for content. I need to start running around my neighborhood. But I don't know if I feel comfortable filming myself as I'm running around my neighborhood. I'm gonna figure things out though. Just got done, and did I do cardio? No. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I don't know why I can't get myself going. I love lifting weights, but I seem to be not wanting to do any form of cardio, not even running, and I enjoy running. I'm just having a tough time this holiday season, but hopefully once it's over, Christmas is over and the holidays are over, I'll start to feel like myself again. I'm hoping. Hi. All right, it's Saturday, and I'm going to be quite honest right now. I don't like to show people when I am sad. I am naturally just kind of bubbly and happy most of the time. But December is a really, really, really difficult month for me. Not only is it the lead up to the anniversary of my mom's death, which is January 11th, but her last few weeks when I was taking care of her on at-home hospice were in December, and I couldn't handle it anymore as one person, and she ended up in the hospital, the hospice hospital, on Christmas. And the guilt I feel about that is just immense, and this January will be 5 years. So I haven't been working out much other than my weightlifting. I enjoy the weightlifting, but the cardio is the more difficult aspect, and because I'm struggling right now, I just don't want to. I'm already just trying to keep going. Two things. Just got done at the gym, walk out, and it's snowing. It was just 60 degrees, and now it's snow, but it's mostly just turning into droplets when it hits my windshield. Two, I only ran for 25 minutes. I did run, thankfully, so I did do something, but I am still having issues with the freaking blister on my foot, and I'm getting really, really angry now. I know I should have wrapped it before I left. I forgot. I need to put like tape or something in my gym bag, because every time I run without it wrapped, I feel it, like the skin ripping off again. Sorry to be so graphic, but that's what it feels like. So I'm mad. I want to do more than 25 minutes. It was only 1.5 miles. But it is what it is, and I will keep going. There's someone next to me and I need to turn this off now. It's Monday, December 22nd, and that means we are 2 months out from the 10K in Vegas, which is February 22nd. I am nervous because I've only run about 3 miles in the last 2 weeks, thanks to the blisters and just not being like in the right mindset to run at the moment. I am headed out now. It's only a few days till Christmas, and I realized I forgot to get my fur children some presents from Santa. You know, it's from Santa. Yes, I'm holding my glasses. So I'm headed out now. I'm going to go to the gym at some point today. That is the plan, although I may just bake some cookies. So, just depends how the day goes. It's Christmas, and it's warm enough to be at the dog park. It's December 26th, and I'm headed to the gym again. I went on Christmas Eve. They were closed on Christmas Day. Otherwise, I probably would have gone that day as well. But I am excited to get back at it. I haven't been eating well, but I am looking forward to the beginning of January when I already know that I'm going to get very strict around this point. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, but also savoring the last days of eating junk food. I just keep working out because hopefully that helps negate a little bit of the excess calories. So I just got done after 45 minutes, and maybe this is common knowledge and I just didn't know because I haven't been a gym goer before, but it was so freaking busy. I had a very difficult time finding machines. I eventually gave up 45 minutes in because everything else I needed was already taken and I had been eyeing them for 45 minutes. So that's all I got done today, but at least I got something done. Now I know, day after a holiday, very busy. Not Wednesday. I was going to say it's Wednesday, but it's Sunday. December 28th, closing in on the end of the year and getting much closer to the 10K. But I just got done at the gym. I'm still in the parking lot and I just have so much tea that I want to spill randomly. One, I feel weird filming any content in the gym. I mostly just stick to when I'm by the treadmill. But then there are people that do weird stuff that makes me wonder why I am self-conscious at all. My glasses are fogging up because I'm sweaty. So I saw a guy on a Smith machine, which is normally you do like squats and stuff with the bar. It's like a barbell on your shoulders and then you're squatting and the machine is holding the barbell in place. I saw a guy laying on his back and using his feet to push up the barbell. There's a leg press machine for this. I don't know what he was doing, and he was fully confident in his decision to do this. So I really should not feel guilty or weird or like just uncomfortable filming because people do weird shit anyway. Another thing, I have like a weird gym crush, and why am I whispering like he could actually hear me? He's inside the gym right now. It's not a crush. It was we matched on a dating website, and I recognized the pictures as someone I had seen at the gym. So I swiped right, and I never messaged first, but in this case I did, and I said, I think I've seen you at the gym, you look really familiar. And he didn't answer. Okay, no biggie. And that was a couple months ago. And then I started running into him at the gym a lot. And so I went back to the dating app and I looked back and I found him, and so I messaged again. I was like, yeah, it's definitely you. You're built like a house and you're hard to miss. But in a good way, I said, like, you're built like a house, but in a good way, because he's huge. And he didn't answer, so I unmatched. The problem is I keep bumping into him constantly at the gym. Today, especially, we were right next to each other the entire time, and I wanted so badly to compliment his sneakers. He was wearing a pair of bright neon pink sneakers. And I just couldn't get up the nerve to do it. So that's a little bit of gym tea. There's nothing going on. I just have like a mild, I don't know him at all, so I can't say I have a crush on him because I like people's personality versus their looks. But I mean, he's not bad to look at. Oh, and then I ran 2 miles. I wrapped my toes, and then the wrapping came off mid-run, and I blistered anyway. So gonna have to figure that out. My whole window is fogging. I gotta shut up. Okay, I'm going home now. Okay, I forgot to add one part about the gym guy. After I messaged the second time and he didn't answer, I just unmatched because I didn't want him to think like I was like pining away and just waiting for him to answer. If someone doesn't want to talk to me, like, okay, no problem. It's just that we had matched, so I assumed that he had liked me or something. I mean, that's obviously what you assume when someone matches with you on a dating website. But maybe it was an accidental swipe. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going now.